Hey everyone, this is Josh, and right now I'm coming out of McDonald's. Got some free fries on Friday, and I just finished playing basketball with a couple of my classmates in medical school. Usually I tell you guys in these videos that I like to make these updates after I take an exam, and as you all can imagine, I just took my second exam for medical school. And going into it, I thought I was actually gonna do well. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what results I'm gonna get. Look at that building, it looks so beautiful in the background right there. Wow, that's an amazing shot. Honestly, I think I should make that my thumbnail. Snapping a couple pictures there. Let's see if that works out. Oh, that car's in the way, hold up. Oh man. There we go. All right, I'll put that in the thumbnail somehow. But yeah, right now I'm walking around TCU main campus, and it's very pretty. Especially right now since it's cloudy and the heat is gone. I think I'm just gonna take advantage of just walking around, giving you guys a bit of a tour. Since I've done this type of video before for UCLA as well as Whittier College. So this is another kind of college tour, but then also a little spilling the tea type of update I'm gonna give you guys on my channel right here. It's still going on. So yeah, essentially I ended up taking my second exam for medical school, and I felt like it went a lot better than I thought I was going to do. Again, I don't know what the results are until Monday, because that's when we get our exam results. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys some of the buildings here. They're quite pretty. I'm in like this little forest area right here on campus. It's beautiful. Yeah, forgive me if I look like a hot mess. I ran like 2 miles, and then I went to play basketball for like about an hour and 30 minutes with a few of my classmates. So that's why I look not the best. Yeah. But yeah, that's what's been going on in medical school. Took my second exam. It mainly focused on immunology. That was like the big thing that was on the exam. But some other things that were also on there were glycogen metabolism and like certain disorders involved with that, such as like von Gerk's, Pomps, Corey disease, as well as McArdle's, to get into specifics. There were a lot of B cell and T cell disorders that kind of freaked me out, I'm not gonna lie. But the only one that really showed up on the exam was one that was called the George's syndrome. At least that's what I remember. Because to be honest, guys, when I take an exam, I just completely forget everything that was in my head when I take the exam. Yeah, I don't remember a single thing. That's just, I don't know. That's just who I am, I guess. Just drinking this nice cool water while doing this little walk around tour. Oh yeah, right here though. I'm approaching a sign, TCU. And then that right back there is the Honors College. I actually go there to study quite a lot, and it's a nice study area, fairly nice. And then right here is University Drive. And I don't know if y'all can see, but that building back over there, that's the library. And I also study there quite a bit too. They have a section just for grad students only, which I personally love to go into because it's not that loud and only grad students can access it. And sometimes it's I find it to be one of the most quietest places on campus, and I could really concentrate. Because when it comes to studying, I'm not the type of person who can study while listening to music. I don't get how a lot of people can do that. I guess maybe that's the way they work, but I don't work that way. So you just have to find what works for you, you know. My gosh, my arm is getting tired, so I'm just gonna sit down over here and hold my phone with the other arm and tell you more about how this week went. Oh yeah. All right, here we are. But yeah, going into the exam, I was fairly worried because I bet you some of my classmates are going to see this video and they're going to hopefully agree that with some of the concepts this week, I was like, what? what's going on? You know, I was completely confused and I didn't know what was happening. I'm actually gonna move because I think the cars might make a little too much noise. And actually, you know what? Let's go into the Honors College, and hopefully it's still open on Friday. I actually don't know what time it is right now. It's like 3:30, around that time. Just trying to avoid the noise. Yep. So I'm gonna head over there, head inside, and I'll show you guys a closer look of what it looks like. One of my favorite places to study. Yeah. I'm also gonna pass by this this interesting frog statue right here. All right, here it is. This is a frog statue. Apparently they say if you like put your finger on its nose, which is why, I guess they repainted it, but before its nose was like, the paint was completely off. But they say if you rub its nose or something, you're gonna like ace your exams. I think every school has like a statue where if you rub it, you're gonna just completely do well on your tests. That's a tradition, so to say. All right. I'm still lifting the camera with my right arm and it's still getting very tired. So walking into the Honors College, this is what the Honors College looks like. Pretty nice. All right, stepping up the stairs. I'm gonna find a place to sit, hopefully a room to get inside of so I can keep talking without people looking at me. All right, open the door. This is it. Very nice building. All right, I'm gonna find a classroom. Okay, classroom or conference room. Let's try this one. Nope. Oh, there's a meeting going on in there. Let's see. We have to go to another building. Yeah. I'll just sit down in those chairs over there. Yeah, that might be the move. It's because I guess people still have classes at this hour, so I'm gonna not go in and barge in like that. Yep. All right. But here I am. So yeah, with medical school, the second exam versus the first exam, I feel like the second test is most definitely, the material itself is not that challenging to learn. I'll tell you that. It's no different than learning material in undergrad biology, except for the fact that there is a lot of clinical application, so it may not make a lot of sense right off the bat, but the material has been proven to work in medicine. And a lot of times people, when they're learning sciences, they often tend to have trouble finding the application of the material, and they ask, hey, how is this going to apply to real life? Well, in medicine, these are findings that have already happened in real life, and now they're just teaching it to us. And sometimes it doesn't make too much sense, and that's the way it is. A lot of the times in medicine, they find certain things. For example, one of the diseases we were learning this week was systemic lupus erythematosus. That's already a tough name in of itself, but it's essentially this autoimmune disorder which usually presents in females of childbearing age, and it's a variety of things, but the biggest thing to look for is like a butterfly rash on your face, and it could really present as like different types of arthritises. You can have heart issues, you can have kidney issues, you can have issues throughout your entire body. So it's a very ambiguous type of disease, at least in those symptoms. And it was just one of those diseases that makes you go like, whoa, what's really going on? That's an example that I learned this week. And that's how I felt about it, because many different patients can present in many different unique ways when it comes to lupus. So that was one that was kind of confusing to learn. I think there was only like 1 to 2 questions about it on the exam, so thankfully it wasn't that big of a deal. But when you become a doctor, you do have to deal with these things, and That's one of the things about medical school I find that's different than undergrad, is that sometimes the information may not make too much sense, even though it's been proven clinically to be true. And sometimes maybe it still might be wrong too. And that could be depending on if doctors find things in case reports in individual certain patients. But yeah, one of the things is that the info may not always make sense, so it could be a little tough to learn. At least that's what I've been experiencing. The second thing is just the volume of information has noticeably increased from the first exam to the second exam. And I'm not too sure how I did. I mean, like I said, I thought that this exam went better than the first one, and I definitely did pace myself better when it came to the timing of the exam. However, the volume of information was a lot more, and I definitely felt more freaked out for the second exam than the first one. And I'm hoping that it was really just not that big of a deal. But yeah, that's how things have been going. I'll tell you this too, don't want to say too much, but I've also found a couple research opportunities. And in medical school, I'd say you should use connections that upperclassmen have made to other doctors to help you find research, because I'm potentially interested in pursuing the field of dermatology. And long story short is that I may have found a dermatologist who might be interested in doing research with me. Nothing is set in stone yet, but I'm hoping he'll be willing to be my mentor. So yeah, I definitely use previous connections that upperclassmen have made, because this dermatologist was actually previously found by an upperclassman who was kind enough to refer this dermatologist over to me through a list. So that's basically what's been going on in medicine. I'd say with my classmates, I've been getting closer to them, participating in more activities, playing basketball. We were playing for quite a bit, and it's been pretty fun, I'd say. I'm not part of a certain friend group, so to say. I think I'm the type of person who likes to hang out with everyone equally, or at least I try to. I don't know if that makes much sense. That can happen in medical school, where you tend to be close with a couple of people. I have a close friend at UNT. He constantly hangs out with this one other person a lot. For me, I think I just tend to hang out with everyone. Whoever's doing something fun, I just go with them, you know. That's usually how I tend to roll when it comes to the social aspect of medical school, because I know it could be tough too, given that a lot of folks, they moved away from home for the first time, and it can be lonely oftentimes, because I know for a fact a lot of my classmates, they're living alone, and some of them are living alone for the very first time in their lives. So it's a big change. I'd say definitely get out there, get to know people in your class, and even meet people from other colleges too, because TCU has other colleges. And while I was studying in the graduate student section of the library, I've actually met quite a few people from other colleges and told them how medical school is going, and how tough it could be sometimes. You know, I'll tell you this, med school is definitely tough. I'm starting to feel more confident about it right now after the second exam. I do still feel out of my element, but I really genuinely do love what I'm learning, and I do love the journey, even though it does get hard at times. But after the exam, it has been a lot more manageable. So that's my update of how things have been going in med school. And I don't want to over-promise and under-deliver, but I want to let you guys know that I'm very interested in making a video where I hope to have a couple of my classmates appear, and we can have more of a conversation with each other of how things have been going in med school. Because sometimes it could just feel like I'm monologuing when I'm by myself. And I hope some of my classmates will be interested in participating in the video. We'll have to wait and see. I'll get in touch with them, and hopefully we can make it happen. That's something I've been thinking about quite a bit. And right now I did a little, not that much of a tour really. It was just I gave you a look around of the main parts of campus and these nice areas of TCU. But yeah, next time if I do that video where I have a couple of my classmates, I'll have a more professional setup with lighting and everything. As you guys know, that's how I tend to do a lot of, well, that's how I used to do a lot of my videos back when I was in California. I had this ring with the light, and it would shine in my face, and the lighting quality would be superb. I haven't done that for the past 2 videos because it's been more like guerrilla warfare style, if that's a good way to describe it. I've just been doing it on the go because sometimes that's all I really have time for, just to do videos on the go, and that's really it. And of course, as I told you guys, I can only afford to do this in one cut because I don't really have the time or really the energy to edit videos and splice them out. It takes a very long time to edit videos. I remember that one video I made about me jumping from a 503 to a 517 on the MCAT, my most popular video. That one took me about 3 to 4 hours to edit. I remember it was a grueling process. Thankfully, I think it was worth it because it's my most viewed video. So I'm happy it got a lot of great reception, and I totally think that those 3 to 4 hours were worth it because of that. So yeah, that's basically how things have been going in medical school. And I look forward to making another video updating y'all soon. Meantime, take care, have a great rest of your day, and keep studying and keep doing whatever it is that you're doing, that you're trying to achieve. I will see you later. Bye.